Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim or Simnaya, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. This is the most craziest something that I am seeing on the internet today, and it is actually United States or was it a congressman actually calling for United States to punish ICC, and I am asking for what? Because you can't tell United States to come out and punish ICC because they are, according to them, they say they are threatening Israel. And I say, how did they threaten Israel? Is it because they actually call them out to stop whatever they are doing? Because it is against humanity, right? So how is it that it is them threatening Israel? And how come United States is now the one answering for Israel? I mean, if it is being threatened, if it is that they are threatening Israel, let Israel come out and speak, and not United States look coming out to punish ICC for what? Is it because that they haven't even opened their book? Because all this while they have been using media to cover up some certain things. Now, trust me, this is really not making any sense in any way for them to come out to say this. And it means also United States is also threatening ICC. Because if you are not threatening somebody, how do you wake up to say that they should be punished? Punished for what? Because I really need to know what they did. Why should they be punished? Now, let me tell us something. Like I keep asking, I don't know if it is United States of America or Israel or what APAC, the most corrupt organization, is also doing. Let's get
America should punish the ICC and put Karim Khan back in his place. And if the ICC is allowed to threaten Israel's leaders, we know that America will be next. If the ICC moves forward with its absurd warrant arrest or request, this is going to be an even bigger international problem. America should punish the ICC and put Karim Khan back in his place.
America's society reminds me of this. You ever watch TV shows where the mother lived in a high-class setting and her child so happened to do something inappropriate to another child and pretty much had stole and then tried to blame the other child for doing it, and then come to find out there were several witnesses and they even had a camera to prove that it was that same child, that spoiled rotten brat, who was consistent and vindictive and nasty and lie and was a tyrant, who not only stole from the child, was taunting the child, belittling the child, bullying the child. So everybody decides, including the parents, to take that runt to the court and, and make the justice to be in the situation, because considering the fact that the child had violated a law, and this was not even a law from the society as a criminal act. It was a law around the whole entire universe. So here is the high society of people trying to tell the whole society that this child did not do anything wrong. And they believe that the authorities should not be reprimanded on the child, because what would they do to us? Well, if you look at American history, they have done lots of violation to other countries. Okay? That's why they always trying to support people that do the same thing that they do. Okay? Because that child not only is related to them, but that child is also a replica of them. How many things that you have seen by going back into the history, or even now, where they have violated other people? Like, take, for example, when they brought $100 million to Ghana, and they're basically force feeding Ghana and giving them the option and telling them that if they don't set the money and also support the people from the LGBTQ, then they're going to cut them from aid. And the people in Ghana looking at them and saying, but you forget that we have natural resources, so you could take that money. That's not a problem. But we're not going against the game with that. We're sticking what we believe in. And this is how I made that whole scenario up about how a child that feels that he or she is privileged, where they can violate and do what they want, because that child has learned everything from their oldest cousin, which is considered America. All right? And I can look back in the time how America had run South Africa. They literally made the option to put Nelson Mandela into prison. Nelson Mandela, because he wanted equality for his people. He got tired of his people being bamboozled and hoodwinked and being a prisoner in their own home. Look how many multiple assassinations that were taking place in South Africa because of the help of the United States. All right? History has a way of repeating itself, and they have been doing a lot of things. Look what they had done to Jamaica. How they basically brought guns and all kinds of ammunition so people can fight against each other because they wanted a certain type of leader to be in charge. And how there was so much wars and massacres. Innocent people were shooting up and violence was happening. And look what they did in in Grenada. Because there was a leader that did not want to listen to what they had to say, and he believed in the rights of his people, they assassinated him. Okay, but I didn't see the ICC come towards in the United States with that, because once again, who cares? I mean, this was a bunch of black people, and meanwhile, that's a third world country, so that doesn't matter. My thing is, when you're wrong, you can't be strong. You have to basically back down, and you cannot defend when someone is wrong, and it's like a child. If you knew your child was an ill-mannered, considering the fact that you spoon-feed them nothing but violence, harshness, prejudice, and all kinds of stuff, and your child goes out there and be a victim to society and being a menace to society's problem, and then there's consequences, you know that you cannot stand with your child. You basically have to pray for your child to have protection during the time of their conviction. There has to be a conviction. It's so ironic how United States had fought for the same people when they wanted to have equal rights when they were in Germany. They made sure that they got their reparations, their pension, all of their assessments and everything. And they also put those people, they couldn't put Hitler into court, but they put many other people into court. Okay? And it was happening probably like 60, 70 years ago. And then they still turned around and found them out and still put them in jail for war crimes. So what is the difference between that scenario versus what's happening in Palestine, in Congolese, even though they're not fighting for Congolese, and Haiti? But let's take a look at Palestine. So the people in the ICC, and this was a collective of everybody in the nation, including South Africa, had brought a claim to the ICC. And when they brought that claim, they brought a legitimate claim that they showed nothing but the harshness, the cruelty, which we have seen on social media. News media doesn't show all of it. They only show all of it unless they're getting yelled at from us. But newspapers have shown it. People from Australia is seeing it. People from India is showing it. People from all over the world is showing it. Even in BCC, of all places, including in Ireland, is showing it. Of the harsh mental oppression and cruelty. We recently saw last week where camp was torched. Okay, where they were forming a torch camp, okay, where over 30 men, women, and children were dead, okay? So if they don't think that this is not a war crime, I don't know what they're supposed to think. To me, you can't hide this. It's not like in the 1920s and 30s where we didn't have that much footage of camera. Things now, welcome to modern technology. We see what we see. I mean, it's so ironic how you guys are looking a blind eye of this and then trying to say that this is not fact-founding and want to condemn the ICC when the ICC has all of these things on their lap. And then they trying to maliciously, allegedly threaten them to United States. Okay? Like that mother who had that tyrant child, that child is going to be a beast for the rest of that life. Because the same destruction that that child is doing in that area over there is the same destruction that they're going to be doing in various places if people don't take it in consideration. Okay? Because that's how Hitler started. Okay? And you could put me a community guideline for that because honestly, that's not a violation. That's telling the truth. Hitler started being in Austria-Hungary. Then he went in Portland. He went in Portland. He went in Czechoslovakia. He went to all those Eastern countries, and he basically made nothing but concentration camps and put nothing but mass destruction to those people. But it was so ironic that he went all the way to France and he violated France. Okay? And then he brought his allies to go to America. That's when World War II was actually World War II. But meanwhile, during those times, nobody was really looking at the problems when they had concentration camps. There was history proving that even the people that in America and even England, allegedly, because they had at that time, they had Woodrow Wilson. They had the prime minister at the time, I think it was God, I forgot his name. And then they had even the monarchy going there to those camps and saying that, oh, the people, the things that they're saying is not true. And it was true. But you had to wait until America got attacked. That's when you guys decided to go and save those people. But meanwhile, you gave them compensation and you helped them and you recognized the situation and made sure that they had substantial charges against the war crime that was happening there. But you can't do that for Palestine. Wow.
So this is all I got from this video. And trust me, this video is screaming, I am going to oppress you till the end, because I really do not understand how, US is going to question ICC over what? And currently, I feel like it is now, American kind of threatening ICC, because what is going on? And does it also mean that America is also now above ICC, right? It's kind of really crazy how all these people are very, very quick to come out to look for a way to defend themselves and defend Israel. It's really crazy how, with everything that has been going on in Israel, that these people do not think that they are doing something not nice, because according to them, it's also them defending themselves. And I keep asking, what exactly are they defending? Because I don't understand what they keep saying that they are defending themselves. So coming out to say that America should sanction or probably call ICC to order is just really crazy. Now let's talk about this. With everything America has done, with everything going on, during this Palestine thing that started, I was able to understand how they almost have hand in most of some certain things going on all over the world and the rest of it, right? And I am surprised that they have also not been called to order, over everything. You don't get to hear it on the news. You don't get to talk. People are not even talking about it so much because they always use media propaganda to cover up some certain things. And thank God, thank goodness that their media also failed them last year to this very moment, because a lot of people were able to find out what has been going on and what people have been also up to all this while. And the fact that United States has always been there supporting Israel, because I keep saying this, how can you say that you are against what is going on? Or how did you say that, you have to stop some certain things, we do not want you to do some certain things, but still go ahead to sponsor them and send money to them? So what is the money you are sending to them for? Is it for buying bread or for buying toast or for buying Starbucks and all that? Let me understand. Or buying papaya, because I really do not get it. It's really time we get to, I am sure majority Black people already know, and some palm-colored people too, except the ones that refuse to see through what they've been doing, because it's only a liar that will see what is going on and choose to still lie or say that Israel is innocent, or what is going on in that place is just this and that and that and that. I remember talking about this with somebody, and somebody told me that a lot of people are going to be unalive if some certain things want to happen and all that. And that mindset is really very horrible. And who really ends up being unalive, the innocent one, the ones that didn't do anything, the kids that did not know what, that just came to the world and trying to live their life or trying to grow and all that. I mean, I really just don't get it, because like this must really be a joke. Sincerely speaking, it must really be a joke. And I am sure Zionists are behind all this happening, because they are always behind everything happening. And the fact that I keep asking myself, what the hell is going on? Because sometimes I feel like, how is it that Israel got so much power in United States? Because I don't know if it is United States of Israel anymore, or because man, make this make sense. Because I really don't get how they wake up to say something like this, and that really shows how guilty they are. Because if they are not guilty, they wouldn't be looking for someone that would cover up, or someone that will not say anything, or looking for America to sanction ICC over what? What did they do? Is it because they are asking you questions? Is it because they are telling you to desist from doing some certain things and all that? And you all think that you are beyond being questioned or beyond being asked some certain things. So for that reason, let's cover all their mouth. I know APAC might have been doing a lot more, and they're giving a whole lot of money, because like the most corrupt organization in the world, that is what it is, APAC, very corrupt organization. And they have really given super PAC to so many of them. I am sure this one is also one of them, for them to come out here to spew all this. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.